Hello everyone and welcome back. Now that you're building meal plans, it's time to walk you through how you can customize your food list. This may be the most time-consuming part of getting set up, but once you are set up, you'll rarely need to change it. Remember, anything on the food list tab will be available in your drop-down menus on the meal plan tabs. There are 3 approaches to adding a new item that we're going to go over today. The first one is simple. If you physically have an item that you want to add to your food list, simply look at the nutritional facts on the back of the item and enter it into the appropriate fields. For example, let's just say you want to add pinto beans to the list. On the back of the can, it will tell you how many calories, carbs, proteins, and fats are in one serving. The second approach uses the built-in database of over 7,500 foods found on the Food Database tab. The values associated with each food on this list are per 100 grams. To quickly find a food in the list, utilize the filter dropdowns along the column headers. So let's just say we wanted to add bananas to our food list. You would click the filter and type in banana. The list will then filter to any instance that your keyword appears. Scroll down to the food you're looking for and simply copy and paste the values over to your food list like so. You can then change or modify the food name if you'd like. Now would be a good time to explain how to convert any unit to a unit you'd like. Let's say we wanted to add bananas to our meal plan, but as ounces. You would simply use the converter in the top right and convert 100 grams to ounces. And now you can simply change the quantity in unit without having to modify the other values. Okay, but let's say we wanted to change the banana value to 1 count, like 1 banana. We would first need to determine how many grams or ounces, since we've converted it, are in 1 banana. To do this, you'll want to click Look Up by Food at the top of the Food List tab. Search for your item using the search bar. Select it and press Enter. Now you'll see a page showing the nutrient values for this food for a variety of different values. We can see that 1 large banana is the equivalent of 136 grams. So knowing this, we'll go back to the food list and say, if 136 grams are in 1x, where x stands for any unit you want it to be, or in our case, it's the number of large bananas, then there are 0.735 large bananas in 100 grams of banana. Since our original nutrient values and all of the values from the food database are for 100 grams, this again allows us to not have to change the calorie, protein, carb, and fat values. We would simply change the quantity to 0.735, the unit to count, which we will have stand for count, CT, and we're good to go. Something worth noting here is when you enter in the data into the food list, there are a lot of calculations going on in the background. You can tell if Excel is still working on updating everything in the indicator in the bottom right of your workbook where it says calculating or processing. While this is going on, just let it think until it's finished. Now, the third and final approach is if you want to add a food that is brand specific or you're unable to find what you're looking for in the food database. To do this, click on Look Up by Brand, which will direct you to another public database. This database has a few quirks to it, so it may take a few tries to find the exact food you're looking for. But a good example of how to use this would be if we wanted to add organic strawberries by Driscoll's. We would use the search bar, find our product and brand, and then simply enter in the values just as we would if we had the nutritional label on the back of the product itself. I won't bother entering this in because I think you're getting the hang of it. Back on the food list, you'll notice that there's a section for notes. This is where you can make comments to yourself about what will appear on your meal plan about a specific food. Maybe it's about an allergy you have, or the glycemic index of the food, or a certain eating preference, like paleo, that the foods may associate with. Whatever it may be, you can enter it in here as a reference when building for the meal plan. The other column is cooking yield percentage. So this is what drives the accuracy of your grocery and prep list by accounting for the change in the weight of the food when it's prepared. So a great example here would be rice. We found that rice nearly doubles in quantity after it's cooked. So if your meal plan calls for 4 cups of rice, then you really only need to buy 2 cups of rice. You can adjust and modify these to whatever you find is most accurate, but for starters, you can reference the yield percentage database tab, which has the percentages we have found to work for most common foods.